Hi there guys, so this is the general reading for my Sagittarius people in the month of April 2020, alright? This is a general reading, so whatever resonates with you, go ahead and take, and just leave the rest that doesn't, okay? I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the deck. How are all my Sagittarius doing? Month of April 2020, the highest good intention of all. All right, guys, so we're going to have the base of the situation as the first card, right? And then some clarity cards. I read these with the intention that all are facing upwards. So the base of the situation is the moon card. You guys actually have two major arcana cards here that really connect to the intuitive part of you guys. So the moon is the base of the situation here that you have, and the moon talks about psychic insights, right? It's all about the behind the scenes. It's all about releasing fear. So some of you may be feeling doubtful of yourselves, but really having this inner knowing. The universe is asking you to really tap into your inner knowing. Some of you have been getting some signs along the way that, you know, you should be in something and you should quit something else and you should move on towards something else. Like, please don't ignore your intuitive insights. There may be a time where opportunities arise for you to take them. It's just kind of waiting for that timing as well. Five of Fire, competing goals, bothersome details, conflict with others. I think some of you guys are struggling with some of your professional, interpersonal relationships. Not in a negative way. It's more so that, like, you're noticing that you're different. No, you're noticing that your beliefs may be different. You may feel like this shit ain't working for me anymore. Like that kind of a feeling, right? So it's really kind of tapping into this level of, where do I really stand? Like, how different am I, and is that okay? And also, like, just, you want to do the right thing. And you're finding more and more that some people just don't do the right thing, and some people aren't driven by the right things, and you're just kind of over it. You know, you also have the High Priestess card, which is another major arcana. It says, listen to your intuition, have patience, consider carefully what you want before acting. Like, the High Priestess is like the all-knowing. Like, it's somebody that already kind of knows the answer, but they're almost like in this phase of like, what do I do next? Let me send myself out and figure it out. Because it's almost like you know too much. It's almost like you feel too much, you see too much, you can anticipate too much, you can see the big picture before it even happens. Six of Earth is gifts of money, time, or effort, new career opportunities, receiving a loan, or paying off debts. You guys some of you are making a decision to go to a different route in your careers. Some of you are trying to cut your losses. Some of you feel like you invested a lot of time in something, it's not working, and you want to go a different route. Seems like it'll be a good decision, right? Also, it goes back to the intuition and trusting yourself to make the best decision. And I want to keep pulling some cards. Seven of Water, a complex decision. The need to do research, stop procrastinating. Like, what really do you want to do? What really inspires you? What do you really, really like? That is something to consider. Sorry, guys, my dogs are in the background barking. But, like, what is it that really makes you feel at peace and makes you want to create a new chapter in your life? And what inspires you the most? You know, like, watch a movie or look at photographs, or, you know, like, draw or do paint or create. Like, what, you know, like, it's almost like you're going to figure out as you're doing it without really realizing it. You know what I mean? So that is something that, it's just all about the intuitive practice and being called by something. Unity. You have another major arcana card. You guys, unity is the card of community and finding people that are more like-minded. Making you feel like you're at home with something, and making you feel like you can thrive in an environment that is more for you. Some of you may be changing your actual physical environments or trying to make the decision to do it. But some of you, it's simply about hanging around people that inspire you, captivate you, are in the same field as you, make you feel interested, make you feel like you can grow. Knight of Air, events that occur with great speed. Take time to carefully review your options, creative solutions. Knight of Air, somebody who's still curious. Somebody who still is inspired and feels like, you know, mentally you need to feel like you're intrigued by something. You may be learning a new skill set. You may be learning how to do something differently. You kind of want the mental challenge, though. Like, you don't want to always stay the same. You don't want to be complacent. You know, Sagittarius, you guys are like the adventure sign. You know, like, life is an adventure. Life does feel like it needs to kind of shift and change and grow and move and do. And, like, you are the doers. Like, you want to be involved. You want to be in. You want to be, you know, in the actual vibe of things. Like, you want to be part of something. You want to be in there. So I think that, you know, before you know it, things may change, and it may just come all of a sudden, and it may come to you, and you're going to be the one that's going to have to really make the decision. You know what I mean? Like, there may be things that are offered to you and you didn't even expect, and you're going to be the one that needs to make the decision. I actually really want to read the Knight of Air card. Sometimes I feel called to actually read specific cards, and this is one that I do want to read, the Knight of Air. Events in your life go into high speed. Your plans can now be implemented, and you should see a great deal of activity. Intellect and creativity rule the day, so adopt non-traditional viewpoints. Take the time to consider choices carefully. If this is relating to a person in your life, it may be somebody who's an extremely intelligent person who has the ability to act fast and think even faster, a genuine go-getter who's unstoppable and supportive of a cause, idealistic, decisive, knowledgeable, tireless, assertive, sometimes tactless, an unanticipated situation or conflict, an impulsive decision, a knight in shining armor. So you may be inspired by somebody, but I really think this is you really trying to tap into like an energy that you've almost missed for a while. You haven't really been creating the movement and the motion that you want, and now is the time. So this is a big one. For fire, contentment, peace, abundance, a happy home life, a successful completion of a project. You know, at some point you will be finding peace in all of this. It's not always going to be the stressful thing. It's just a matter of making like the tires move in this and making the motion flow. That is something that's really important. I want to pull from a different deck. Isis, goddess of magic. You guys, this whole reading has been like intuition, feeling your own intuitive powers. You guys got Isis, the goddess of magic. I love Isis. I really connect with that. I love just like Isis is powerful, all-knowing, connected to female sexuality, female womanhood, just like empowerment, almost like the divine feminine, feeling like connected to everything that already is, and harnessing the power of just knowing and intuition. And I really want to read this card to you guys. I have come through today to bring forward the energy of the ancient divine feminine magic. I am available to all women who are here walking the earth at this time, reclaiming their title of creatrix. The way I have been depicted within this deck shows an important part of my story. I am shown moments before I found my beloved Osiris after his death. When I discovered that he had been murdered, grief took over. To this day, legend still states that my tears filled the Nile. This is an accurate representation of how much despair I felt. I felt that grief deeply. I used the emotion as creative fuel and roamed Egypt until I found my beloved and brought him back to life with the strength of my feminine power. As you read these words, something is gently stirring within you. A remembrance of your magical power, of who you really are. The healing arts have been stripped away from women for eons and eons through the fall of consciousness. We are now entering a time where it is becoming safer and safer to hold this power again. I ask you to work on using your situations and emotions as fuel to catapult you onto a new path of creation and healing for yourself and others. You are now free to be seen, to come out of the woodwork and hold your magical abilities with strength. If there's somebody who's watching this who feels like they have strong intuition, strong ability, they're empathic, super able to be in tune with people, that is a gift. That is something that maybe in this lifetime you are meant to use, whether it's directly, indirectly, whether it's in your spare time or not, whether it's in your job, you know, in the underskirts of your job, or overtly, like a very loud presence to have your magic created and be seen. You hold the power. You hold the truth. You guys are very knowing. If there's a gut feeling, go with it. You guys can't ignore yourselves any longer. In fact, you're creators, you're magical, you're able to see things maybe others don't. Here, it almost looks like an eye, but it's really just her belt. It's just like knowing with your gut and seeing with your gut, like what you need to do next. I'm excited for you guys. There will be some time of peace and there will be some time of change, and I hope you go with what inspires you. Until next time, you guys, if you want to see more or if you want your own personal reading, please email me or just comment below. I'd love to hear from you guys. It'd be amazing just to see what's happening, what's going on with everybody. But I really am excited for you guys, Sagittarius. See you next time.